Good evening everyone and welcome to Apex Esports League. I'm JT and tonight we're set for round 6 of the Vive Toyota GR86 Cup. We're coming to you from Red Bull Ring GP tonight, a high-speed circuit with long straights, heavy braking zones and fast-flowing corners. We can expect plenty of GR86 action tonight. Our session tonight consists of a 10-minute practice, 10-minute qualifying and a 40-minute race. The race commences in the morning, and with overcast conditions it's going to be adding an extra challenge. The colour cover is going to be meaning cooler track temperatures, and it's going to mean that there's plenty of grip early on, but without the sun to warm up it's going to take a little bit longer to get things going, so making those opening laps very interesting. Our standings: after round 5, Ben Faulkner continues to lead the championship, holding firm at the top of the standings. With the podium contenders locked in place after last round, the fight is on to see who can shake up the order here tonight at Red Bull Ring. Will Faulkner be able to extend the gap, or will see the pack start to close that in? Last time out at Laguna Seca, Ben Faulkner claimed another dominant victory, further tightening the grip on the championship. Joshua Horton delivered a strong performance to take out P2, while Dan Bartos rounded out the podium in P3, making a great battle for the top 3. Every point is coming more valuable as we get closer to the end of the series, with some incredible prizes up for grabs. We have a Vive Cosmos Elite for the series champion and a Vive Cosmos for the lucky draw winner. And with us at halfway point for the series, the fight for these rewards is only getting more intense. Let's take a look at tonight's track at Red Bull Ring GP. Rewards bravery on the brakes and precise corner exits. They're going to need to be smart with their positioning to maximise some overtaking opportunities here. The long straights will be a good draft factor for them, but pushing too hard can be costly for some mistakes. So we're going to be seeing some pretty good tight battles, especially through turn 1 and the uphill braking zone at turn 3. It is going to be plenty of fun to see. So practice is underway, so we better get trackside now. And if you're joining us for the stream, don't be shy, jump in, say hello. We got 8 times in on the board already. Minute 49.1, current quickest in the practice. There are 13 drivers registered at the moment for practice. A couple of minutes left to the practice for the head over into qualifying. Caleb, good 8 tenths ahead of the pace at the moment. Oh no, just been squeezed straight through from Ben Faulkner. Slide ahead, Nicholas Martin. Can quite keep that pace through. It is a great corner to get some good speed through down through turn 1. Once 1.5 seconds away from Faulkner's 48. And some new paint colours for Jeff Arnold. Congratulations on the new colours. tidy, clean car for Ryan Price. I got a Cars Lightning McQueen inspired livery there. That's pretty fantastic. Practice done and dusted. Up for qualifying now. Making a return back to the league to see on the track again Russell Gander. Welcome back. And best of luck out there in the 86 tonight. Nice blend of colour through there as well. You get close to seeing on the first laps a bit of rear slide from Rushworth. Bunt's going to be able to be closing in pretty quick behind. Different paint scheme. Matthew Fu, can't quite what it is on his car. My screen that I'm seeing is only much smaller. Damaged goods. Jump on board for a lap with Jamie Tongue. And a great run down through turn one. And still turn in as late as possible. Run out just before that curb. Can he run a little bit of that curb, but can unsettle the cars. Interesting coasting going on. We're practicing a little bit of fuel conserving. And the turn 3, expect a fair bit of incident going on there. There's a fair few different lines you can take and good optimising to be able to grab some passing opportunities with those different lines. Bring it across the tricky section. More space to be able to run out. Can take a fair bit of curb, but it's not always valuable. Can unsettle the car a fair bit, drop a bit of speed. Trying to keep it balanced. Always interesting, second last corner where the pit entry is. You can do a pretty quick pit entry when you're running close behind a car and they suddenly start darking for the pits. That's going to make things rather interesting for us. That's a lap around Red Bull Ring GP, courtesy of Jamie Tung. Not a counted lap, so must have invalidated along the lines. Current pole position time goes. Get some data up so we can see the names up there. Dan Bartis with 150.0. Only 6 times so far. 5.5 minutes through the 10 minutes of qualifying. Okay, with no time on the board yet. This could be a time here. No time on the board. Faulkner did run into difficulties getting a time on last week and had to drive through the field to be able to claim that win. There is championship points on the line for qualifying. So a couple of unlucky ones can easily allow the other drivers to catch up. Some more times coming through. Clifton qualifying second, 7 tenths away from Bartish's time. It's quite interesting. We're missing 5 drivers' times on there. There's only a lap, maybe 2 laps left in the session. And definitely shake up a race start if we get several drivers without getting a time in. Faulkner just steps in through pole. Dawson just improves time. Faulkner sets 48.3. 4 tenths away is Caleb Dawson. 48.79. Bumps Bartish down 2 places on the grid. A couple more times through. Only 2 drivers yet to get a time now. Bunt moves up P4, Rushworth P5. And Caleb Dawson's on a good one. Pink through sector 1. Jamie Tung gets in spot P7, 1.8 away from pole. Fu's back in the pits. I think he's on his journey out. Only a minute 30 left. Lap times a minute 40, 50 on average out of our drivers here. So that'll be a no time set, I think, for Matthew Fu, unfortunately. Only just missing out by about 10-15 seconds. Bit of traffic here on the final laps of qualifying. Bartish in a pretty good position here to be able to get one more lap in, coming down in through turn 10. On the yellow sectors, no improvement. This will be final lap for Bartish to try and improve here. As is Faulkner. And Dawson, done and dusted, parks her up. Blunt and Rushworth both sneak through with about 5-10 seconds left in the session. I should be able to get this last lap done. Blunt giving a nice little slipstream to Rushworth. Nicholas Martin parked up. We are missing David Simmons from the session tonight as well. He was there ready to go. Unfortunate medical urgency had to pull him away. So our thoughts you and your family tonight, Simo. That's Jamie Tung's last lap. No improvement. Faulkner's 2 pink sectors. This is going to be a quick time. Oh, it's going to be nearly off. Yeah, it improves from a 48.37 to a 48.18. So that just pushes out the gap. Showing nearly 6 tenths quicker in pace. Oh, it's a big run out for Rushworth. It's through that. He quickly got the car out of her as much as possible, trying to not balk Bunt. They're on for a pretty good run. Very unlucky. The last driver crosses the line. Kurt Heath moves up 1 spot, bumping Russell Gander down into P12. Over to Tech. Qualifying results. Qualifying for round 6 of the Vive Toyota GR86 Cup at Red Bull Ring GP. Our pole position driver is Ben Faulkner, and then the rest of the grid follows as Caleb Dawson, Dan Bartish, Ryan Bunt, Andrew Rushworth, Nicholas Martin, Jamie Tung, Mick Clifton, Ryan Price, Jeff Arnold, Kurt Heath, Russell Gander, Matthew Fu in P13. And over trackside as our drivers get set to grid. It's half the field waiting to grid. And someone's playing with the throttle there. It's waiting on Faulkner and Price to grid. Yeah. Camera angle shuffle around makes it interesting. Alright, ready to go green for round 6.
Green, green, green.
Cloud of smoke as all drivers dump the clutch. It's a movement from Jeff Arnold trying to sneak around Mick Clifton at the back. Ben Faulkner pulls away nicely. It's 2x2 for Caleb Dawson and Dan Bartish. Going into single file after turn 2. Dawson, great slipstream. Tyres probably too cold to go for a move this early into turn 3. Some big moves here done. A little shuffle down through the back of the pack. Beautiful clean getaway for our drivers. Ben Faulkner pulling away 9/10 the gap now. He's only just crossed halfway of the first lap. Bartosz and Dawson are going to have to push hard here to try and close in for hopes to hang on to that slipstream. Nicholas Martin putting some pressure on Bunt. Closing in nicely. A long train going down straight after turn 1. Oh, it's a spin for Gander. Not like any contact, just a spin. Still seeing Nicholas Martin in the mirror, trying to stay as close to the bumper as possible. Ella Dawson slipping back a little bit from Bartosz. Bartosz pulling back to nearly 1.8 gap. That slipstream's going to be gone soon for but and he's going to be able to pull ahead a fair bit. Lap 3. Faulkner now pushing out nearly 2-second lead over P2. Really unsettled for Bartosz. That allowed Dawson to really close in at corner exit. Trying to work together there. A bit of a bump draft going on. We've seen a fair bit of teamwork going on. Try and push these things and close in. Jamie Tung alongside with Matthew Fu. Tung's going to have track position here at turn in. Had to run wide, door opens for Fu here. That's not going to be good for the following left-hander though. Tung's going to be owning this one. Misses. It must have been a slip for Tung. snap of the steering for tongue. And too early with that rear unsettled. Bit of object fixation, I think, sent Fu off, recovered nicely. Have to shave off a slowdown by the looks of that as well. Move made by Dawson. Not enough to pull off. There's a massive gap now. You can see dwindling rather quickly. 4-second push now for race lead with Ben Faulkner. Setting some pretty good lap times here. Best lap, 48.87. It's the fastest lap of the race currently. Pushing away like that is definitely going to see that gap stand out very quick. We've seen a second a lap essentially. 4.5 currently. About to be on approach for lap 5. That's why we're probably seeing Dawson go for some moves here for P2. Already saw that slipstream is gone, so there's not much to try and work to push the cars. So just focus on the car ahead now. I think we're going to now be seeing a battle for P2. And that pit strategy is going to really come down to it in the long run. Nice little pack. P4, 5 and 6 with Ryan Bunt, Andrew Rushworth and Nicholas Martin. On Dawson goes for a move. Lines up for the inside. And exit. It's going to leave things good for the chain corners. I think Barchis is going to be able to have a good dig at going down into turn 7. Sorry, turn 4 it is. Tad wide for Dawson. That could be slowdown request. Nicholas Martin gets a move over Rushworth. Slowly making way up the train. Cliff and Ryan Price battling for P7. Jeff Arnold gets a pit stop done. Heading on lap 5. Ben Faulkner pulling ahead massively now. 6.2 gap. We hear some potential clutching going on. Sure, he needs to try and do a no stop up. I was going to say, it's probably a good track to be able to do it, so he's going to do it. At least minimise the time for the stop. That way, if any undercuts are going to be attempted, it's going to at least put a little bit of a buffer. So we're hearing a little bit of strategy at play. I think Arnold had to come in. Some damage may have been done. Contact showing for the car. See, quite a top speed for coming in for Arnold, so there may have been a big high speed off. Side by side again, Dawson and Bartosz. Bartosz maintains it here. Try and settle mid-line here. Is going to be a good run-off chance. Really opens for a left to right passing opportunity out of that corner. And this is opening big opportunities for Bunt and Rushworth and Martin. Just see the car's incredibly offline. All you got to do is just sip the nose in somewhere, get that track position, and then hold your ground. It's one of those tracks you really just need to just shuffle up that train at every chance you can. Scattered 4 wide down the 2x2. You can see Nicholas Martin just sort of sticking back in anticipation for some contact. And just a little mistake and be able to avoid or sneak through for an open door. Dawson looking to try and recover some ground here. Just covering move there for Bunt. Manages to keep it. That's opened up for Martin to close that gap again. And a big shake-up for P3. Andrew Rushworth now in P3. Ryan Bunt P4. With Dawson dropping back a couple of spots. And Bartosz now feeling some pressure from Rushworth. With a gap of 7.7 out to the race leader. They're not going to be worrying about working together here. They'll just be conserving game and then taking opportunities. Lap 8 currently. 14.5 minutes in of the 40-minute race. Very tidy so far. Only one car registering contact as well. Ryan Price, Kurt Heath, side by side for turn 1, very wide, but it was Alex Price's car, manages to keep position. Potential for rollover. And Hazy, thanks for jumping on the stream. Shame we can't get you out on track. Rushworth alongside Bartosz now. He's going to have to go wide for the Powers. Bartosz goes to the inside. Good corner to become on that inside line. He can drive fairly hard through the next few. Rushworth is going to have the run here. Corner blink for Bunt. Been a bit concerning for Dawson to see. Back from Andrew Rushworth, pursuing Dan Bartosz. Blunt starting to peak around as well. Rushworth manages to pull away. Rear slip. He's not going to have enough length to get up alongside before turn 3. And Dawson's going to go for a move as well. We're going to see 3 wide. One of the trickiest corners. Nearly. Oh, just. Look at it. Nicholas Martin diving up to alongside of Bunt at the exit. Ryan Price is fit. Clifton Gander hit lap 7. While a battle like this is going on, could be a good time to potentially duck in, go for an undercut, but you're going to be losing some time. We've probably been losing about a second a lap here amongst this battle. Battle continues. Scan through the field. Jeff Arnold in P12, Ryan Price P13 in the pits at the moment. It's been a very long stop, so I'm not sure if that car's actually parked up. It's been there 2 minutes 15 currently. Russell Gander P11, Mick Clifton P10. Matthew Few in P9. Jamie Tung, P8, Fertief, P7. Almost a 5-way battle for P2. And we have Nicholas Martin, Ryan Bunt, Caleb Dawson, Dan Bartosz and Andrew Rushworth. And Rushworth is going to be pushed out here. Left the door open. Bartosz sneaks through. He's going to be able to hold alongside for this one. Bartosz had got inside through there before. Rushworth be able to pull it off as well. He's definitely far enough ahead to be able to then squeeze over onto the racing line. Oh, just sneaks in. Unsettled. There's some marbles there. So that balked Bartosz trying to sit very tight. Opened opportunity for Bunt. Oh, nearly turns in across on the rear. Fighting for every bit of space and trying not to make contact. Bunt on the attack. Gets a nose up alongside. Rushworth moves over, giving that slipstream. Gosh, that'd carry that extra speed. Pulls it off. What a battle. These five are making it hard for us to see what the others are doing. They're putting on a fantastic show for us. And not one bit of car contact amongst all of that. These guys have been at it flat chat for ages here. Epitome of racecraft. Well done, guys. Interesting to see what the strategy going on here. Still that clutching going on. Ben Faulkner, very long clutching here now. So some big fuel save. Oh, and the engine kicks back in, unsettling that car. Very different feel when it kicks back in. We might not see a stop here. It's going to have to for the pack here. They have been battling quite intensely. They're starting to space out. There's got to be some fatigue. They're at 22 minutes now. Jeff Arnold's had to retire out. Ryan Price still parked up. That leaves 11 driving out on track at the moment. Marsh's getting the pit done. Coming back out onto lap 13. It was a total journey of 40 seconds in the pits. That's our quickest journey so far. 6 seconds in the box. 40 total journey time. Rushworth entering now as well. Hitting lap 14. Jamie Tung also doing the journey now. Small shuffling of position. Martin hunting down Bunt again. Cars out behind Bartish. So the 2-second gap that's come down to the pit stop. There's an extra 2 seconds in the box for Rushworth, making a 42.6 second pit lane time compared to 40 seconds flat for Bartish. And it's created a bit of breathing space as well. With some concentration here, you can easily put that slipstream to rest for Rushworth. We'll have to make him really work for it to catch up. I'm really hoping that some of these other cars come out near them soon. Be able to close in a bit. So the same clutching each lap. So the crest will probably be on the clutch. Bring your gears. Just try and get that rev match as she kicks in here. That's much better. Great tactic here. So he's losing a little bit of time. Not too much. That lap was a 51. The gap's dropped in by a couple of seconds. That was a heavier save. Is that time to forward to do it? Both trying to do it. Oh, a slide for Dawson. Maybe too light of a car. Too much curb. Unlucky cars fine to continue fighting though. The car safe. Price now out, no longer sitting in the pit box. It was only 9.5 minutes. Everything's alright for Ryan Price. Spin Caleb Dawson, Ryan Bunn sits in P2, Nicholas Martin P3. Be definitely coming down to pit stop here between these two. It's going to then shuffle everyone back up. Oh, big slide from Martin as well. Exact same scenario as Dawson. He's in the pits. Rushworth and Bartish move up. All the drivers have got stops done, except for our first five. Faulkner, Bunt, Martin, Dawson and Fu. Faulkner still out in front, led for 17 laps. 3/4 of the way through the race, only 10 minutes remain. You hear the clutch work going on. picking up at least 12 off-track records. If they're only times ones, that's not too bad. There's been any times twos. Be putting at risk for a drive-through penalty here for Faulkner. And Martin actually might try and work together here a little bit, potentially. Martin's going to try and probably hang on as long as can. The two can push. If they can push out a gap for the rest of the pack that they're battling for the pit stops, could be a nice gap be formed once they get it out of the road. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to conserve now the last out. They've been heavily occupied for a good majority of the race. Had the opportunity for some breathing space, some big fuel saving like being from Faulkner. There's big fuel saves, big. Maintaining between 5 and 8 seconds. Jump in and listen for it. Around here, there's fuel conserving. Series leader and race leader Ben Faulkner. 8-second gap, lap 19. Seeing big fuel conserving. Tried to be pulled off in the early rounds, I think it was the opener. It's nearly pulled off by Faulkner. Clifton has pulled it off in a previous round. In break through. Should see the gap being maintained around that 7.7 for fuel saving. Heading around consistent 49, 51. Bunt and Martin follow into the pits. Nice and close. This is going to be a race in the pit lane. Martin's already slowed off a little bit trying to find the box. Oh, and Martin overshoots. It's going to be a little costly. Who's come through? Bartish moves back into P2. Costly pit stops for Bunt and Martin. 43-second journey for Martin. 42-second for Bunt. Quickest box time by far. 3.83 on the clock for Nicholas Martin. Most have been 4 to 6 seconds. Bunt 5.45. Bartish even a 6-second stop. That's all drivers having got their forced stop out of the way. Faulkner looking to try and not have to contend with it. So it's not a mandatory stop. It's a fuel cap just to force a stop or some other alternatives like we're seeing. It's a big strategy at play. So a bit of spacing going on now after these stops are done. Now to tick over 37 minutes, that's 3 minutes left, so it's only a couple of laps in it. Heath trying to reel in Tongue. Oh, big run down the first straight. It's going to be hard to keep this spot though. Tongue takes it easy. It's a more cautious approach. So battle forming Dawson and Clifton. And so still holding on to Bunt. Tongue looking for another opportunity to get the spot back. Wants to claim that P8 away from Heath. Alongside down into the second last corner. Could be different lines here. No, not enough to be able to sneak in. It would have really been a dirty line to get on. So it'll be white flag, final lap. There's no clutching going on for Faulkner. It means he's saved more than enough to be able to power out through the final lap. Otherwise, it's going to be a tough one, and that gap may dwindle. But if the stop's done, that's 25 seconds. Made up big time out of not having to do that pit journey. Just holding on the P3. Nicholas Martin is going to take it. Oh, take some marble. Maybe just off track. I think it might have bogged the car in. Showing a little bit of contact between the two as well. Checkered flag out. Ben Faulkner takes the race win for round 6. Makes it with no stop. Dan Bartish sitting nicely up with a huge gap over P3, sitting nicely in P2, which you want when you're chasing P1 in the series standings. So to keep those points. Congratulations to Dan Bartish, P2. Oh, big fight here for P3. Done and dusted for Brian Bunt, Nicholas Martin and Andrew Rushworth near photo finish. P4 for Martin, P5 for Rushworth. And close one for Dawson and Clifton as well to round up P6, P7. Oh, and a close one as well. Heath and Tongue. P8, P9. And then Matthew Few rounding up P10. Russell Gander pushing P11. Ryan Price and Jeff Arnold retiring out, unfortunately. Enough fuel for a victory burnout. And then wall hit there for Bartish. He was going to come and get him as well. We'll take a look at our race results. Round 6 of the Vive Toyota GR86 Cup at Red Bull Ring. Ben Faulkner is our race winner. And also on the podium in P2, Dan Bartish, and then P3, Ryan Bunt. And the rest of the standings then is Nicholas Martin, Andrew Rushworth, Caleb Dawson, Mick Clifton, Matthew Fu, Russell Gander, Jamie Tongue, Kurt Heath, Jeff Arnold, and Ryan Price. Give it a moment for our drivers to jump over for a chat. Congratulations, guys.
Hey, JT, how you going?
Yeah, good. You're having a good little battle there. 5 years for a good while.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was good, but I would have liked to keep going with it, but I've got to still chasing Ben in the championship, so I needed to get out of there in a hurry.
Yeah, I can see you trying to hang on to that. Ben pulled away big time, then huge gap getting away for no stop, so...
Yeah, I forgot he was in the race.
Just did his own thing up ahead.
Yeah, that's what it's just Ben doing Ben things,
That's
mate.
it. Yeah, it would have been tiring work for you fellas. At it for as long as it was swapping and changing, and since it's one of those tracks, you just sort of just got to sit in that train and just hope for a mistake, and as soon as that door opens, go for it. And I think 2 of you started to scatter off. You and Caleb were battling it out, and you went down to the inside line on one of the straights, and then the other few behind all just suddenly just scattered, and you're all just about 4 wide coming down the turn 1.
Yeah, it doesn't take much, especially in the first 2 corners. You lose a bit of momentum in them, and you're shot because the draft around there is incredible. So, yeah, but so much fun and so much respect shown. I mean, we were 2 wide, 3 wide, 4 wide, halfway around a lap, you know. So, a little bit of door banging, but no 4Xs, and no one came off, so that was good.
Yeah, even looking at incident track and no contact. If you at it that much and going door to door and swapping and changing and no contact, that's great.
Yeah, a couple of 0Xs, but
yeah, that's rubbing. That's rubbing.
That's rubbing. That's it, mate. That's it. But no, it was good. I enjoyed it.
And you had a good one out there, Ryan. Nick was trying to get you at the end though. There's a little bit of a touch between you that I saw come up. It was getting a bit tight.
Yep. Yeah, he was coming fast. I got a bad run out of turn 1, and he just dragged me. He slipstreamed all the way off the straight, so I had to defend.
Yeah, it looked like he was even going to have you 2 going down around the big long right-hand sweeper, coming down off the hill section. He took a bit of dirt on the outside line and bogged it down a bit, so it was getting pretty good battle to watch.
Yeah, he ran a bit wide at, what was it, second last corner, and then almost allowed DK to come through.
Yeah, it did. It opened up some doors there and some more scattering around. Was there much contemplation for fuel saving on the cards tonight for either of yous?
Did it look like it?
No, not at that point. No. But was it something that you were hoping for, or?
No. That's me in fuel save mode there. It's flat out.
It's just foot down.
Yeah, there's no saving fuel. So I'm surprised. Actually, yeah. I mean, Ben still had good pace, and to be able to save the fuel without any tow or anything like that, that's a pretty good effort. So
yeah,
hats off to him there. It's a different thing if you're sitting behind someone and getting some tow, but when you're out in front and still, you know, lapping quicker than everybody else and saving I don't know, 5 litres of fuel. That's pretty impressive.
Definitely.
But anyway, the rest of us, mate, we don't need to save fuel because we make our cars a bit lighter by rubbing them together.
That's it. Scratching paint off.
Yeah, knock a few bits off them.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Don't need mirrors.
No, don't need them.
Knock the rear wing off. Faster in a straight line.
That's it.
Yeah, that'd help. Yeah, I don't think I could push me pedal any further to the floor tonight. I was standing on the throttle.
It is one of those good tracks for it too.
Yeah, especially going up the hill because these things have got no power.
No.
I think I had both feet on the throttle going up the hill. But anyway, yeah, again, awesome race.
Race control scoring has ended.
Yep.
And what happened to Caleb?
Spin.
Caleb, yeah, he lit it up coming out of turn 1. Or
Yeah.
got a
Unsettled
weird
the rear
bounce
and
off
hit the curb.
Hit the sausage curb.
Yeah, and just round she went.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
There's
Nick,
a few
Nick
there.
did the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's easy
Common
to
one.
do. It's like you try and miss that curb on the apex curb because if you hit that one, you
You're
shoots
done.
you wide, and then by missing that one, you just tend to run wide and then hit the one on the outside, and yeah, so it's a
Crucial
tricky little
corner,
shoot.
that one.
Yeah, well it is because it's all uphill, but it's a tricky shoot through there. Once you get it right, but it's
She's a good one when you get that perfect line through there.
oh, you just watch your lap time. You get plenty of lap time through there if you get it right.
And the hairpin up the top of the hill.
Yeah. Two very important corners, those ones.
Just managed to pull it off well and take the podium, so congratulations. And it'll
Yeah,
be
looking
tough.
forward to next week.
Yeah, Fuji.
Another drafty track.
Yeah, with one of the longest straights known in racing, so it's going to be a good one for this. It's going to make a big difference, but then it's going to be pretty hairy at the end of that straight coming down the turn 1, trying to shave that speed off.
Yes, it is, I can tell you.
There's going to be a lot of dive bombs.
Oh, yeah. That'll be a good one to watch.
Yeah, I think you can expect some more 3, 4, 5 wide action next week, mate.
Yep, that's it. We'll hand over shout-outs. Over to you, Dan, first.
So thanks to ETS Motorsports, Eastern Tour Services, Big Matt's Computer Services, and a shout out to the boys at Proline eSports as well. Just sort of jumped on board with those guys, and yeah, they're helping me out a bit, so that's good.
Awesome. Over to you, Ryan.
Yeah, I'd like to give a massive shout out to PAGD Advanced Simulations, Next Level Racing, Vive, Chubby, Fanatec, Razor, Stump Grinding, Central Coast, Chubby Buns Burgers, Project 45 Designs, and all of the team members at Apex Esports League.
So thanks, Ryan. Well, congratulations, guys, and all the best of luck next week at Fuji.
No worries. Thanks, JT. Thanks for putting
No
on
worries.
another
Thank you, JT.
fantastic day.
No problem.
Thanks, mate. See you next
Catch
week.
you guys.
Bye.
Yep, see ya.
Then we have our P2 MP3 drivers, Dan Bartosh and Ryan Bunt. A big congratulations to our podium drivers. That concludes round 6 of the Vive Toyota GR86 Cup. And a big congratulations to Ben Faulkner for taking the victory tonight. And on the podium, Dan Bartosh P2 and Ryan Bunt P3 after some pretty intense battles out on track. And then up next, round 7 takes us to Fuji International Speedway GP. It's a legendary circuit known for its massive front straight and technical final sector. With slipstream battles and precision braking set to be key here, this round is going to be shaping up to be a must-watch. So you do not want to miss it. If you can hit the follow button, you'll be notified when we go live, because we will be back again next week at 8:05 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Time for all the action. So make sure to follow us and get notified when we do go live, and you can also catch our full race replays on our YouTube channel and keep up to date with the standings on our social media pages. A special thanks to our sponsors and partners, Pagnin Advanced Simulation, Vive, Fanatec, Dubby, Razor, Stump Grinding, Central Coast, Next Level Racing, and Chubby Buns Burgers. Thanks for watching tonight, and we'll see you next time. Good night.